yoga for positive mental health, focusing on anxiety, depression, and I'll drop in bits of science and neuroscience that are actually really easy to understand, so you will understand the benefits of movement in yoga for your mental health. So if you like and when you're ready, we're going to start from standing. So I'm going to invite you to come to the back of your mat, or you may want to experience standing on the carpet, whatever you're going to feel more grounded on. Feet, maybe you may want them together, or I sort of need my feet about hip width apart to feel really grounded. So my weight, just take it all over to one side, then the other side, hands to the side, chin parallel with the floor. And if you like and when you're ready, just put some circles in your shoulders. Just notice what feels good or what side may have some tension. And if you like and when you're ready, just noticing the weight moving to the front of the toes, back of the toes, and notice the middle. Just notice the middle, and sometimes we notice and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. And if you like and when you're ready, just notice if you can send some softness to your knees, so not locking the knees. We're going to be loving our knees today. And if you like and when you're ready, gently bend the knees. We're going to inhale, up, exhale, palms together, slower exhalation. Reduces anxiety when our exhalation is longer. Inhale, bend the knees, exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And if you like and when you're ready, just bringing the hands to the hips. I'm going to take my feet a little wider. Just going to warm up in the hips. So just some gentle circles in the hips. You might notice some creaks and pops. It's really important with yoga that we do some warm up in the hips. Hips, lower spine, really important. Otherwise we can injure ourselves. So just do some circles. Again, just in the pelvis, tilting the pelvis. You may want to tilt it forward, take it in the other direction. You can do figure of eights, if that works for you. I sort of struggle with that a little bit. Feels a little old fashioned for some reason. Or a nice warm up for the hips I like, and the hamstrings. Just push your hips forward, then stick one buttock back, lift the toes up on the other side, reverse it, forward. So you're sort of waking up the hamstrings. They'll speak to you and say, oh, hello, hello. Yeah, just putting some movement in the hips there. Excellent. And if you like, when you're ready, just having a little bit of a shake. Having a little bit of a shake. Okay, and if you like and when you're ready, I'd invite you to really squeeze your shoulders right up and then drop. And again, squeeze your hands, tight, and then drop. And with one shoulder, just begin to make some circles. You may even want to inhale, take the hand up and over, bend the knees, inhale, and over, and again, inhale. Push through the heel, extend to the fingertips. Other side, inhale, over, push through the heel. Fingertips touch the ceiling, take the gaze back. One more time, inhale. Excellent. Good one to do when you're on a walk. So if you're out walking and you can find a spot, feel grounded, inhale. Take the gaze over the fingertips. And again. Do when you're out walking, push the foot, the heel into the ground. Okay, so if you can get a bit of a spot, if you're walking on your own, do this. Connect with your body. Palms together. Palms together. Just notice the temperature of the palms, and sometimes we notice and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. And we're going to, with soft knees, we're going to inhale. Just gently pull the arms back. You might want to take them a little higher, and we're squeezing the shoulder blades together gently. You might want to put some circles in your wrists. Just notice any tension. Just be curious about what feels good and just do it. Anything you can do to make yourself feel more comfortable, just do it. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale. I carry a lot of tension in my fingers and wrists. We want to reverse it, some clicks and pops. Squeeze into the shoulder blades. and back. One more time. Inhale. Breathe. Arms a little higher, squeeze the shoulder blades. Hands back together. Just notice the temperature, the palms of your hands. And if you like, and when you're ready, taking the hands to the hips, you may want to walk the hands together. I'm going to turn for this, and gently, I'd like you to squeeze the shoulder blades. Chin comes up, the heart area lifts, 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 lifts. So as if we're staring at the sun. Squeeze the shoulder blades, and then just release, fall down. Push through the feet, come back up. We'll do that again. Squeeze the shoulder blades. You may want to stretch the sides of the muscles, smile, eyes bright wide open. And release, fall down, let the head be soft. One more time, push through the feet, come up, squeeze, and release. Excellent. So coming to the long end of your mat, so alignment is super important in yoga, because this is how we hurt ourselves. I know this, and I hurt myself regularly. So, not regularly, I did it last year when I was in a hot yoga class, and it was my fault, but it was because my alignment was out of whack. So let's use the mat, so the long end of the mat, take the pinky toe, the little toe side, so that's straight, and the other heel is in line and on the back of that mat. So we're going to take the arms out, and we're going to slowly take the arm down. So it's just comfortable, we're not too wide, to the back of the leg. If it's easier to keep the hand on the hip and open the front of the body, do that. Just be curious with that. And if it feels okay, take the arm up. Take the weight to the front of the front foot, back of the back heel, find your middle. Breathe. Lengthen that exhalation. Deeply inhale. Exhale. Continue with this breath. And if it's too much on your neck, you can always just experiment with keeping your head down or forward, whatever feels okay with your neck. We carry a lot of stress and tension in our neck and shoulders. Push through the feet, come up. So let's reverse that. Brain into the foot, so I'm pulling this one in, taking this one out. Again, not super wide. I could go wider, but I don't need to do that. Arms out to the side. I'm just going to squeeze my shoulders, roll them back, connect with that. Where we're squeezing in the back, sweet spot in the shoulder blades. We're going to bring the arm down, open up the front of the body. Hand on the hip, if it feels more authentic, you choose. Eyes down, forward or up, whatever feels okay with you. And just be curious. So actually for me on this side, it's a bit stiff on my neck. So I'm just going to keep my gaze down here. Breathe. Can I inhale? And it's if I'm going to extend from my armpit to my elbow, elbow to the wrist, wrist to the finger. So it's like a magnet. My fingertips are like a magnet going up to the sky. So I'm active, active. And pushing up. Okay, brilliant. Bring the feet together. Extend, extend, extend. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Hands on the hips. Again, squeeze those shoulder blades back. Great. Gently fold forward, bend your knees, shake your arms, and we're going to have bent knees. We're going to inhale, come up, exhale, fold down, inhale up. So this is like an espresso in the morning, especially if your energy's not feeling very good. Push through your heels, exhale, bit of a shake, and push through your feet up. Excellent. So taking the feet wide, if you like, and when you're ready, again, keeping your alignment on the back of the mat. We're going to bend into you choose which side you want to go off, but just make sure when we bend, you can see your toes. We're going to gently place the long part of the arm here onto the thigh. We're going to inhale, take the hand up, and maybe over. You experiment with that in your shoulder. You experiment and just be curious, do you want to walk the foot further back? Breathe here. This hand that's down, it's straight. It's like you're feeding a horse polos. Not that I've done that, but that's exactly what it'd be like, okay? And I'd like you to extend from the armpit to the elbow. Elbow to the wrist, send your brain there, wrist to the fingers. Can we be soft here? Yet can we be active? 2 more breaths here. Really feel the extension from the outside back of the foot, coming up the side of the leg, up the side waist, breathing deeply into the side ribs. And if you like, and when you're ready, swinging the arm back round, and we're hands on the hips, let's reverse the feet. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Bend into that front knee, taking the arm down, so it feels quite comfortable, it feels quite supported, okay? You choose if you want to have your foot further in or further back. It depends on the length of your legs. So if you like, and when you're ready, take the arm up. If it feels okay for you, you may want to take it over. Remember, you're feeding the horse polo mince with this hand. Extending from the armpit to the elbow, elbow to the wrist, wrist to the fingers. Just sending your brain into the outside edge of the back foot. Lengthening through the side of the body. Side of the body. Can we breathe here? Enjoy that stretch. Carrying so much tension at this time. There's things we're just flipping. We're carrying. We're sort of we're all more volatile at this time. Okay, so let's stretch it out because we carry it all in our body. So keeping the feet wide, I'm going to invite you to gently fold, fingertips to the floor, fingertips to the floor, head soft. And I'm going to invite you to gently walk your hands over to one side, over to the other side. So it's like we're in the beach. We're at the beach and in some wet sand, just doing this. Now I can make a figure of 8 here, so whatever feels okay for you. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to use your hands to come down onto one side, keeping the hands on the inside. And let's take that onto the other side. If this feels too strong, just work with the heel up. If you can go down, great, do it. Hamstrings will be saying hello and thank you. Okay, so just being curious, you might want to do that a couple more times, or you might be thinking, good God, Lorna, I'm not doing this at all. Okay, one more time. Brilliant. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to come onto your back. So just coming onto our back and have a little rock from side to side. Have a little rock from side to side. Heads down. Ooh, take some breaths. Rock from side to side. And if you like, and when you're ready, letting the knees fall out to one side. Arms like the angel of the north. I'm in the northeast, so I'll quote the angel of the north. Whatever feels comfortable with you. And if you like, and when you're ready, letting your head fall in the other direction. Just take a few easy breaths here. Checking in with what your hips are saying, your pelvis is saying. If it feels too tight, you can take the knees down a bit. Just being curious and playing with that. And if you like, and when you're ready, rolling onto the other side. Again, just noticing, does one side feel more stiff? For me, there's more tension I can feel in my lower spine here. Breathe. Gazing off to the other side. Quick tip here, rather than sort of forcing our head down, rolling the back of the head down, I'm going to invite you to experiment with, lift your head a little and turn it so it's as if you're placing your ear down on the mat. So rather than just rolling your head, gently lift. It's as if you're trying to lay your ear down. Take some breaths here. Great one to do in the morning. We all stiffen up at night. We all stiffen up at night. So just working with this. And I'd invite you to bring the breath in. So if you like to inhale into your lower belly, side ribs, upper chest. When we deeply inhale, we're going to wake the body up. Okay, we're going to energize the body. So deeply, if you need to energize the body, if you're feeling a bit low, fill the lower belly, side ribs, upper chest. Brilliant. So coming back to neutral, and if you like, and when you're ready, placing one foot out and hug the other knee in. Go underneath the kneecap not on the kneecap, and flex the foot. So we're not like ballet dancers, the foot's coming back, okay? And if you like, and when you're ready, really lengthen the body. So this foot is like I'm pushing it on a wall, okay? We're going to inhale, exhale, attempt to get the forehead to the knee. I mean attempt. It does happen, but it might take a couple of weeks. And release. Stretch, 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 stretch. See if there's a yawn. And then let's do it on the other side. Stretch, 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 breathe. And then exhale, pull the knee in, getting the forehead to the knee. I'll say a couple of weeks. It does happen, we just need to warm our bodies up really. So it's like toffee. Our bodies and our muscles are like a lump of toffee. If we just start moving them, they're going to snap. But with our breath and with movement, they soften. Okay, brilliant. Have a really good stretch here. Really good stretch. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to put one foot flat on the floor, so the knee's bent, and the other ankle, just take it to the front of the knee. Front of the knee. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to have a look and stick your hands through and grab a hold of the back of the knee, or you may want to get a hold of the front of the knee. Just check out how your flexibility is today. Okay. And if you like, and when you're ready, we're going to inhale, heads down, exhale, slowly curling up and feeling the tension in the hip. So the knee that's bent over and at the front, you're going to feel it in the hip there. So just notice that. You may want to take the leg up. You choose, you decide, pulling on the back of the leg. Slowly release. We'll do that on the other side. Again, just lift up the hips a bit and let the hips settle on either side before we start leaping into anything. Okay, checking out, my knee's a little more sensitive here. So we're going to put the hands through. Okay, lift it up. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Feet on the floor, hands on the floor. Let both hips settle down into the earth. Feel the weight equally through the right hip, left hip, lower spine. And if you like, and when you're ready, having your arms by your side, we're going to inhale, push through the feet, raise the hips. Raise the hips into a bridge posture. Breathe. Slowly exhale. Spine coming down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And again, this is like the toffee. We have to work on it a bit. So we're going to inhale, push the hips right up. You may want to walk your shoulders in a little bit. You may want to interlink your hands underneath, point the fingers. You may just want to stay the hands by the side. So you're pushing into the floor with your hands and your feet. Just notice that your knees may want to go akimbo, a little bit out. Just notice, can you send your brain into your knees as if there's a magnet keeping them together. And slowly release. One more time. If you like, and when you're ready, inhale. Inhale, eyes open. Bright, wise open. Really gently and peacefully lower down. Hugging the knees to the chest. Knees to the chest. Bringing your hands to your knees, you may notice the warmth of the palms on the knees, which is quite nice. And sometimes we notice and sometimes we don't. Just make some gentle circles with the hips. We store so much tension in our hips and lower spine. So you may be noticing hips, lower spine stiffness at this time. Completely normal with everything that's going on. You may want to take that the other way. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to just bring your head up a little and let's have a little rock forward and back. It's quite fun. Okay. Forward and back. Oof. See if you can land cross-legged. Brilliant. So if you like, and when you're ready, take a hand to a knee and the other hand behind you. Create space at the front of the body. You may notice your spine lengthening. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, so gently tugging on the hand that's on the knee. Gently twist. But we're twisting from below the belly button. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Smile, exhale, twist. So it's really subtle below the belly button. It's easy just to turn your head. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Smile, exhale, twist from the lower belly. And we'll do that on the other side. Whoop. Navigating round. Creating that space on the front of the body. Whatever you need to do to feel more comfortable right now, just do it. Inhale, lengthen. So I have I'm up on my fingertips. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. So send your brain into your belly button area. See the colour yellow? As if you can miss it with this jumper on. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Slowly release. Excellent, coming back. So taking the legs out. Now I'm going to suggest that you get a cushion or a couple of cushions and put them under your hips. In yoga, it's always best to lift the hips a little bit. Even if it's a few millimetres, we can lift our spines better, okay? So taking the legs out to the side, whatever that may look like. If you are blessed to have lots of cushions, maybe stick a cushion under your knees. It's a total luxury. So we're going to inhale, open the front of the body, exhale, walking the hands down the legs a little. Feet, let's just make them active, give them a wiggle, pull them back. Inhale, lengthen, smile, exhale, walk the hands down the legs. You may want to experiment with bringing the arms to the front. One more time, inhale, lengthen, exhale, just fold. And again, this is like the stiff bit of toffee or a curly whirly that would just snap. It needs to be soft, okay? And remember, we're all super stiff and got stress in our bodies right now. So gently inhale, lengthen. Keep the spine straight. We don't want to be arching the spine. Exhale, fold. Let's do this again. Inhale. Exhale. Great for grounding. Great for grounding. Feel the earth. Hands on the carpet or the grass or wherever you are. And if you like, and when you're ready, just slowly walking your hands back up. And I invite you to bring one foot in and the other foot out front. So if you stick the cushion under the hip, that is out front. Okay. And we're going to take our hands either side and lengthen through the front of the body. Open in the front of the body, lengthen the spine. This foot is active, so it's pulling back, pulling back. We're going to inhale. Arms up. Lengthen from the hips to the armpits, armpits to the elbows, elbows to the wrists, wrists to the fingers. Exhale, fold. Wherever we go, just bring the arms down. Okay, inhale, lengthen. How can you create more space at the front of your body? So I'm going to take my arms wider. Inhale, exhale. Just have a look at your knee. So if you're going to kiss your knee, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Eyes open or closed, you choose, you decide. Whatever feels more safe and comfortable for you right now. Forward folds, forward bends. Really good for grounding. The heat, the hot weather, everything that's going on can take us a little bit high in our heads. Sometimes you've just got to get on the ground. And slowly release. And we'll do that on the other side. And I invite you just to move the cushion to raise the hip on the leg that's out front. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Arms to wherever feels more comfortable. You adjust there with what feels more comfortable for you right now. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good at night time. Good at night time when we need to feel more grounded. Come back up. And if you like and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to come back onto the front of your body. Back onto the front of your body. Okay. Oof. And we're going to come up with our elbows under our armpits. Hands out front. So we are like a sphinx, as in the Egyptian sphinx. Just experiment. If that feels a little tough on the lower spine, take the arms a little bit further forward. Okay. Head gaze is either down, middle, or forward. Just notice, just correct with what feels right for your neck right now. Okay. If you like and when you're ready, we're going to deeply inhale. Exhale, really lifting the heart area, opening the front of the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flood the upper chest. Exhale. Just slowly release down. Maybe you can put the cheek on the hands, whatever feels more comfortable. Just take a few breaths here. You may want to just turn your head in the other direction. And if you like and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to push your forehead into the floor, bring one foot back, grab a hold of it with your hand, let it go. Same on the other side. So we're training our brain here with what we're going to do. So there's no great scare or assault in it. We know that the hand's getting hold of the foot. If you can't feel that, I'd encourage you to maybe take a look round. Often we can't feel parts of our body, especially if we're stressed or feeling quite numb. So just to really have a look, think, right, okay, I've got my hand on my foot, so my foot's freezing. So that's what I'm noticing now. It's quite nice, the warmth of my hand. I'm giving my foot a little bit of a rub. So the forehead back on the floor, and if you like and when you're ready, bringing one foot up, getting a hold of the top of the foot and the other side, and we're going to roll the shoulder blades back. Roll them back into that sweet spot, and if you like and when you're ready, just noticing, can I pull up and breathe. You may be able to rock backwards and forwards. You might be thinking, good gosh, Lorna, what the hell? Okay. Breathe. See if you get your knees up, gaze up, squeeze into the upper shoulder blades. Squeeze, 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 and release. Forehead to the floor. And I'm going to invite you to pull back into pose of the child. So wide leg, pose of the child. Noticing your lower spine here. A counter posture to those back bends we've just done. So you may want to stack your fists. You may want to have your hands behind you. Or you may want them in front. You experiment with what feels right for you today. Breathe deeply and inflate this lower area of the body. So you were directing the breath to parts of the body. Just in your mind's eye. I know when I started yoga, I had no clue what that meant. So just visualise inhaling with the exhalation. Just send the energy of the breath to the lower spine. Take a few easy breaths here. And if you like, and when you're ready, taking the arms forward, and really notice the grip of the mat. So you finger, push your fingers down, and contact there, and coming up on all fours. And I'm going to invite you here to arch your spine. Bring your chin into your chest. Reverse that forward. If you like, really bring the breath in. So inhale, gaze up, you dip in the mid-spine. Exhale, arching the spine. Like a cat, you can come up onto your fingers if you like. Inhale. This is called cow, and this one's called cat. When you exhale, pull the belly button back to the spine. One more time. Smile, stretch the face muscles, eyes bright. Excellent. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to pull back into that pose of the child. Whatever feels right for you, breathe here. Just noticing Any parts of the body that might be saying to you, oh, I need a little bit of attention here, so I can feel that again in my lower spine, where I have an injury. Coming back onto all fours, I'm going to ask you to tuck your toes under, and we're going to shoot the hips up. Hips up into downward dog. And have a little walk of the hamstrings, walk it out. You may want to experiment with flipping the toes over. I quite like that, and stretching the top of the foot. Okay. Excellent. So having some movement here, just noticing your wrists, and just let the head be soft and hang there. And it's quite useful sometimes just to take a look under the armpit, and just the world has a slightly different perspective. It's great if you do this outdoors as well. Just have a little look around at the world upside down. Okay. And if you like, and when you're ready, coming back to all fours, wide knee, pushing back into the wide knee, child's pose. You may want to even experiment with getting a hold of your ankles, and I like to just gently pull on the ankles, and it stretches the spine. And then be soft. Just release here. Just notice the point where the body's in contact with the earth. And if you like, and when you're ready, hands in front of the face and gently push yourself up. Gently push yourself up and coming to a gentle seated position. And if you like, and when you're ready, just put some movement in your shoulders. Just notice how you can make yourself feel more comfortable right now. And we're going to close with 3 powerful breaths. Okay, so we're going to inhale. Just repeating, if you like, I am powerful. Lengthening that exhalation. I am peaceful. I am fearless. Hands to the heart. So if you like, and when you're ready, just put some movements in the shoulders, bringing the palms together, eyes closed. And we'll just take 3 gentle breaths here, noticing the inhalation through the nostrils. Slowly release. Beginning to lick your lips, have a swallow, move your head around, have a little shake, just coming back into the space. Just checking in with the space in the upper chest area, just for how you're feeling right now, and just noticing, what do you need right now? Ask yourself, what do I need? Okay. So I hope you enjoyed today's practice with some energy and some self-care, and I'll see you next time.